Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the We Surf podcast, brought to you by We Surf Media and distributed by the Swell Season Surf Radio. You are in the place where surf culture meets energy, community, and the next generation of wave makers. I'm your host, and today we have a special one. It is so special, in fact, I had to bring in a special co-host just for this one. So, first and foremost, please join me in welcoming the Senegal swell, the shoreline sniper, my sister from another mister, that super gal from Senegal, Miss Farmata Dia. Pew, 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 pew.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Fari, for joining me with this one. Yeah, I think this is going to be a great one. The reason why I had to bring in a special co-host is because we have a special guest. We are tapping in with Maizy Gordon, a 14-year-old surfer who's turning heads and shifting the lineup. If you've seen her surf, you already know the gal got style. She have grit. She have that unstoppable spark that can't be stopped. So you're in for it. In this episode, hopefully we'll get Maizy to break down a little bit about her journey, the first waves that lit her up, the moments she felt that shift. Because, all of us are surfers. There was this point in our lives when we're like, hold up a second, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And how she's carving out her own lane in the surf culture that's finally starting to catch up. This one was going to be a little bit about progression, representation, and what it looks like when a young surfer shows up with heart, confidence, and the receipts to back it up, which Maizy has all of them. So, tighten that leash, turn up the volume, and get ready. This is We Surf. This is Maizy Gordon. Let's paddle in. Maizy, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Hi. Hi. It's nice to be here. This is super cool. I've never actually done any of these, so it's really cool to be part of this, and you guys are amazing.
Oh, we're first for me.
Yes!
Yay, us!
Maizy, stop. This is an honor. You don't even know. I'm honored right now.
Of course.
Okay, so let's just jump straight into it. Maizy, how did you start surfing? Tell us a little bit about your beginning surf journey.
Well, I started surfing at the age of 10 years old, and my sister was actually kind of the first to inspire me to surf. And one day she was just like, hey, she was just surfing, and I was kind of on the beach. I'm kind of scared of the water. Well, I used to be at least. And I saw her surfing, and I saw my dad surfing, and I'm like, wait, I kind of want to try at least going in the whitewash. So I asked my sister, like, can I ride your board and can you teach me how to surf? And soon enough, I stood up on my first wave and I instantly fell in love with it.
Aww.
So it was a great moment in my life. Definitely one of my favorite moments in my life. So
that's amazing. You stood up on your first wave. My first wave was not pretty. There were arms and legs flying everywhere.
No. It took me many tries.
Okay,
if you look at my mom's phone, there's so many clips of me eating it. But in the end, I got one wave and I stood up. It was it took like 2 days for me to actually stand up on my board. It wasn't like right away. No. There's no way.
A win is a win.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So that was the moment when you decided, hey, this is it. I'm a surfer. This is it. I love this.
Yeah, and then my sister started competing in like Scholastic Surf Series, so like middle school contest, and I kind of just joined and I just kind of like followed along. And soon enough, when I hit middle school, I did the surf team, the Oceanside Middle School surf team, and then that's when I started competing. And then there was Western Surf Association, WSA, at San Clemente Pier. That was my first contest. And I actually made a heat. Don't know how, but I made a heat. And I just, even if I didn't make the other heats, it was like, this is kind of what it looks like. This is kind of how it's going to be for the rest of my life.
Wow. Yeah. So you're a competitor. That's it. You're here for it. She wants the smoke.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Okay, so for me, I'm pitching it to you now, actually, because you compete as well. So do you remember your first like competition in heat?
I do. It was with Laura Bea. We went to Sisters of the Swell in Florida, Jacksonville, and it was really fun. We brought like a bunch of girls from the community, and I remember I had the first heat at 7 a.m. shortboarding, and this is when I still was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna shortboard. I'm gonna rip," and I ripped, but like that's just not my sauce, not my juice. And I like see, I'm lucky though. My experience is always, I feel like, so special because, like, I remember struggling in the water a little bit and, like, getting up on my feet on some waves, but, like, it wasn't, like, it wasn't the result that I wanted, I guess, for my first competition. But I came out the water and I was surrounded by love. And, like, because we were with our Laura Bea crew, we got the loudest cheers on the beach every single time one of us came out the water. Like, it was immediately just love. The same way we were at a Great Day in the Stoke. It was like that, but, like,
Yeah.
15, 20 girls and women on the beach. It's
Nice.
like, it was great. But, competing, Maisie, like, you inspire me in that way because, like, I got that dog in me, but that dog don't like that.
No, yeah.
It reminds me of so I wasn't there for you guys with the one in Jacksonville, but I remember when we all went to Puerto Rico for the conference, for the ISTO conference.
Yeah.
And Maisie, you may not know this, but when New York rolls, we roll deep. So how many of us were there? Like 12, 13 of us?
Oh, I missed that day. It
We
was one of the last days.
and we were just like, we were at this conference and everyone was just there at the conference asking. And to this day, the two conferences have passed since then. Everyone still asks, where's the Laura Bea crew? When are they coming out? When are they doing this? Da, 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 da. So yeah, it's the energy. It's the vibe. It's the vibe.
Oh my God, you would get along so well with them too. Like, similar age ranges, and they have that same stoke just like you. Like, you guys would just push each other in the water. And I think just like your level of surfing and the fact that you shortboard would really inspire a lot of the girls that we have also. Because, like, I feel like for girls, like, not to stereotype us or put us in this box, but like, it's usually like longboarding. I feel like I don't meet too many black women that are like, I want to shred and get pitted on a surfboard,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Are you a longboarder? Do you longboard, Maisie?
During the middle school team, I did, but then I kind of focused more on shortboarding. But I'm gonna try to get back into it. Maybe, because I like it and I have fun, and I actually did a couple contests and I ended up doing really well. It's just I then shifted my focus on shortboarding, but I think now it's good to have that balance of shortboarding is like very competitive and aggressive, and then longboarding can kind of be like almost an outlet of just having fun. I mean, you can have that on a shortboard as well, don't get me wrong, but just like going out on a small day and just doing a little walking the board, doing a little like carves and stuff, like just some fun. I'm not great, but I at least try.
It's all about the vibes.
Yeah. I think it's a fun sport. I like longboarding a lot.
I'm a
It's
longboarder.
funny because sometimes we joke about it because I'll surf a door if it floats. I'll try it. It don't matter as long as it floats. Let's try it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see if it works. So, what's your favorite thing about surfing right now?
Me?
Oh.
Please, I know farming. Please, I know everything about farming. I don't need to know more about her.
Okay.
I see him.
Okay. I think my favorite thing about surfing would be just being out in the water. I feel like I think it's almost like I'm so focused. I try to I love school and I love learning and education and all that. So I really deep dive into math or science, and I get maybe like 4 hours or like 3 hours of just learning and school, and then I feel like surfing is kind of like my outlet to just be free and relaxed and just kind of just not think about everything that's going on in my life, like okay, my grades and I got to get this done and I got to just basic things too, like oh, I got to do my laundry, I got to do this. Like surfing is just I can get away from all of that and I can just go surf and have fun. And I think that is really what I love about it. It's like an escape. And like those summer surf sessions in the evening where like you're just watching the sunset with a bunch of your friends out in the water. Like I love that experience. And that's why I love summer, because you get those long days, and I think like long days, and you get to watch the sunset and you can still surf, and it's maybe like 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like that's really nice. In the winter it's not so fun because it's like dark at like 3, but it's really fun, and I love surfing.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. Maizy,
Yeah.
can you believe it's already snowed in New York?
Really?
Yeah,
Twice.
girl.
Twice.
Really?
Mhm.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
pray for us.
Yeah.
No, I
For
mean
real.
snow is great though. Like I barely see the snow because I have family in Utah on my mom's side that we go see snow sometimes. But this year we'll just be staying in California, so it's just gonna be cold.
Okay.
No snow. So like when I see snow, I think it's like the most magical thing in the world. Like
Oh.
I just don't see it often. Like every year I'm just in California and it's normally just sand or the extreme heat.
Yeah.
But in those colder areas, it's like, oh, that's kind of magical to me in some way. Maybe not for you guys. Maybe it's
No.
like, oh, I gotta shovel snow. Oh, I gotta go to work in this snow and all this, and it's cold and all this. But I find it magical.
Well,
I'm sure.
there are two things with snow, with me and snow. One, I don't mind surfing in the snow because
Yeah.
it is really peaceful. It's like
Yeah.
really, really peaceful when it's just like snowing. And I'm not talking
Mhm.
about like blizzard, but just like if it's just like gently snowing or
Yeah.
even mid snowing and it's just you and your friends. It's really peaceful. So that's amazing. But one thing which I realized very quickly after I moved to New York is that snow is beautiful. But unlike rain, snow doesn't go anywhere for like another week or so. So then you got to walk through it.
Yeah.
And then the MTA buses run through it. And you got to get that stuff gets into your shoe and it just gets nasty.
That's what she was just telling you.
Like, yeah, like you gotta walk out
Yeah.
in the blizzard and you gotta go to work, and like there's 5 inches of snow on the ground. You can barely see. Like
If you're
I
lucky,
can
it's 5
see.
inches.
Really? But yeah. Like there are some downsides to having snow, and there are some magical moments, like you said,
Yeah.
just being in the water, and it's very peaceful and it's beautiful. But
You got to come out here and surf during the winter. That's when we get like all our real swells. So
Yeah.
I
then you can
completely
surf,
agree.
get the snow, get the experience.
Yes, I completely agree. I should be down there.
We gonna get you a bacon, egg, and cheese. Set you
Okay.
up. Yes, salt, pepper, ketchup. We got you.
We'll give you the full New York experience. You know, hit up the
Dude, I
bodega.
love food.
You'll get to talk to the bodega cat because you know it's not a bodega unless they got a cat sitting on the bread.
That's
And then
the
you get the bacon egg and cheese, and then
Okay.
squeeze into what 5, 4, 6, 5. We'll see how cold it is. Squeeze into that, and then we'll
Okay.
go.
I can do that. Yeah.
There
I
you
can
go.
do that.
There you go. She's ready. She says.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we gonna hold you to that.
All right.
Okay.
Bet.
I'm gonna pick the next question.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, I'm gonna give you a 2-part question, right? Okay, so I feel like you kind of said this already, talking about your intro into surfing, but who are some of the people that make you feel like supported and comforted when you're in the water? And then who are the people that also inspire you too? I feel like you inspire so many of us more than you think. And maybe you realized it at a Great Day in the Stoke, because when I interviewed you there, I was like, who's your favorite person? And you were like, I can't remember people's names.
There were too many people, but no. I think some of the influences was definitely my sister, and then I coached with John Daniels, so he kind of coached me throughout my entire surfing career, and still throughout my entire surfing career. And I think another one is my cousin Makani from Hawaii in Oahu. He was a big part because he taught me like the style of surfing, because he's a great surfer, might I add. But he taught me like how to be in tune with the ocean and how to like have flow and still generate speed, and like very calm, and he's very finesse in his surfing. So I kind of picked off little parts of his surfing and translated into my own thing. And so I think those three were mainly what is like got me to the level I'm at. Like John's discipline and hard work and the running. Oh my gosh. The running. um that taught me like to get stronger and to get bigger and go gnarlier and do all these cool things. And then my sister was obviously my day one. Like she's just always been there, and we would always surf together and get our time in the water. And then my cousin Makani kind of taught me like just have fun out there. Don't always think it's about competing and it's about winning and everything. It's also you chose the sport because you loved it and you had fun, and you have fun doing the sport. Make it be about that as well. So those three people really made a big impact on who I am today.
Awesome. Do you have any like professional surfers whose edits you like to watch, who like moves you try to copy, kind of similar to your cousin?
100%. I have so many, but I think mainly John Florence was one of them.
Nice.
Carissa Moore is definitely one of them. Caitlin Simmers. I mean, come on, guys. And even a local girl from Oceanside and Carlsbad. She's like around that area. Reed Van Wagner. She's a newcomer. She's like so cool. She's been surfing only for a while, but she's gotten so good just this past year. And I think what I learned from her is just with hard work, the results will come, and just consistently working on the stuff you need to do. This will help you improve your surfing. So I think she works as hard as she can, and she's honestly getting the results. I mean, she's in Challenger Series. She went from like WSA contest to Challenger Series in just the span of like maybe 2 years. So I think that is so cool to me. Like, and I've seen her out in the water training all the time, and it's just so cool to watch. I think another one is Buttons. I think he's so cool. And my uncle actually he wrote a book called Wave of the Resistance, and he talked about Buttons. And my dad always talks about Buttons, and it's just like one of what I try to learn his style and how to translate it into my surfing. So I think, yeah, that's the book. That's the book.
Oh,
My uncle wrote that.
great.
Yeah, from Hawaii.
See you for an autograph.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, those are some of the people I think. I don't think I missed anybody. But
What about you, Farmy?
What about me? It'd have to be like, I feel like the whole Rockaway when I was starting was like giving me tips every single day in the water. And so it's almost like you said, you had like your cousin influenced your surf style. I'm influenced by like everybody in the water. It sounds kind of crazy, but I see like pieces of each person. But like when I think really big, like Leah Dawson, when I see her in the water, the way she surfs, like I literally never know what she's gonna do. It's the coolest thing ever. Seeing her surf in person, real waves, seeing her surf like tiny little baby waves, get to the nose on a wave like this big. I'm just like, oh my God. Or like Lakey Peterson, Leave a Message was one of my favorite surf movies. And I love how like she's like rubber. Her body just like flexes and moves in so many ways, but she's still like kind of small and like powerful in the actual water. She's really good too. Cassia, I have so many. It's like I could list them forever. I love surfing.
Yeah.
Me too.
Isn't it so great?
Yeah, I love it.
What about you, Kwame?
Oh, you should know mine already. You should, it is not a secret. It is no secret. Jerry Lopez.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Jerry
right.
Lopez.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
the Zen master himself. I have tried my best to emulate. When I first started surfing, I tried my best to emulate everything that he did. I would watch the old clips from him, and just the way he stood, the way he would pull into a wave, pull out, just like everyone else is like all, veins popping out of their neck, like, and Jerry's just like, just doing his thing. And, I kind of developed that style as well, but then I realized that that's his style, And that's his style for his body that he and his mentality. So I had to kind of adjust it to mine. So number one will always be Jerry Lopez, but then also Leah Dawson, Cassia, John, those folks, and just watching them to see and how they go, and even some of the folks that I see from the that take part in the Eddie,
Oh yeah.
those
Oh,
those
yeah.
those guys and gals. I'm just like, yo,
Justine Dupont literally gave birth and got
yeah,
back to Nazaré like it was
and it
nothing.
went back to Nazare.
I'm just like, you go, girl.
I mean,
Yeah.
and you were at Nazare, right, Farmy?
Yeah.
You went to Nazare, and so did I. And you looked over the cliff, right?
Yeah, we couldn't see anything because it was nighttime, but
Okay.
oh my god, Maizy, the waves were so loud and you could see the whitewash. It was terrifying.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I went when I was there. It was daytime, and I was just looking at it like, yo, it takes a special kind of to paddle out into that.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I would be if they take me out on a jet ski, I would be holding on to that jet ski driver like we were married, because I'm not
I
letting.
wouldn't even go on the jet ski. I'll just watch from the cliff.
Really?
I'm
You
not
wouldn't
going
do
in
it?
there.
You wouldn't try.
No,
thing?
like that wave is so powerful.
If you
One wrong mistake.
So
Dude.
let me like pitch it to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Right?
let's see.
So you get like minimum a year training from 10 of the best big wave surfers in the world. They give you all the supplies you need. They get you the jet ski training, the water certifications, everything. And they say, we got you. We'll train you. We'll give you everything you need. And then you just try to go. Would you do it?
I mean, if I had the training and I had the confidence, then maybe. But
Maisy's like, my mama ain't raised no fool. What are you talking about?
no, like I honestly, big waves is just not my thing. I can't maybe go over past like Chopu. Like that's my limit. And then anything past that, like Jaws and all these places, no.
Well, the thing is, I think also what you have to remember as well is, because as we're talking about like big waves, of course, big is relative.
Yeah.
Because Farmy, you and I are instructors as well, and we bring people out into like 3-foot waves, and they're like, "Oh my god, these waves are massive!" And you look at them like,
"Dying."
Really? Okay, if you say so. So you get accustomed to it. Like, I've had conversations with Cliff Scudin,
Mhm.
and I've asked him point blank, like, what are you thinking about when you paddle out when you go out into those things, and and you see it coming at you, because that's just a skyscraper of a wave heading towards you. At what point do you think to yourself, this might not be such a good idea? And he's like, I don't, because we're accustomed to it, so we just go. So it's okay. Why not? Let's just do it. Go ahead. I understand what you're saying, brother.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, I
No,
think
go.
some people just need that adrenaline rush,
Yeah.
and some people just like that. I don't know what to call it. Like just everything, just to be in a life or death situation. I don't know, but I'm definitely not one of those people. I know that.
That's okay. I think I am.
Really?
I want to try big wave surfing at least once. I got my brag certification. I could get the Patagonia.
That's
vest.
right, you do.
Shout out, Salty Foundation.
That's right. We hooked it up.
No,
Okay.
like I want to try it just once, and then I'll go on the wave. If I wipe out, yo, come get me right now. If I don't wipe out and I catch the wave, like I did it. I did.
But here's the
A black
thing:
woman
when you
did it.
wipe out, what if they don't make it in time? Like,
That's okay. Then I learned. Then I know what to do.
then you're dead.
No, amazing. Why I gotta be dead?
All I'm going to say, and then we can move on to the next question. All I'm going to say on this one is, I just remember one time I fell off of I think it might have been like an 8 to 10 foot day, and I fell off the wave and I skipped across the water and bounced at least 3 times before I finally sank. And that was only like on an 8 to 10 foot day. So far less something that's like 50, 60 feet.
Like, imagine that. It's just like...
Yeah, Farmy, I love you to death, but you probably end up back on shore because you'll just like skip right across and end up on shore.
Guys, I'm not falling.
I'm with him. I don't think it's a good idea, but you do you.
Oh, God. So you mentioned all these people with the style of these other folks, and we spoke a little bit about style. So Maisie, how would you describe your style right now?
Mm.
I mean, I'm definitely learning, but I would find it more casual and relaxed. And honestly, my coaches say I need to be more aggressive. And I think most of these kids started out with like they had like little steps to each level, and I kind of skipped a few steps, and then I kind of have to go back because Makani, my cousin, he liked big waves. I was maybe 11 or 12, and he wanted to go out on big lowers day, and I can barely duck dive. So he's like, "Oh, you'll be fine. Just go out there." So I kind of skipped the stage of small waves and kind of just went straight into big waves, and then having to relearn for contests small waves because most of the contest spots are not normally big, like Lowers or Huntington. Like it's a very small, like local areas. And I think I also learned just, I don't know, like I just kind of learned surfing a different way. And I think I have so much more to learn from and so much more work to do. And I think my style definitely came first, and then my aggression is definitely second. Like I'm working on it now. So it's just finding that balance of being aggressive and still having like a casual, relaxed style, because some people will try to morph it into being more aggressive, like all this power and all this. And it's like, you can't, yes, you get all those big scores and you get those big turns and whatever, but where's the style? Where's the flow in that wave? And I think I already have that, but I think I'm just a little scared. Like, I don't want to change my surfing just to be more aggressive and to win heats. I want to try to combine the two and make it something marvelous, I think.
Yes. Never change yourself, Maisie.
Right.
You just improve.
Big takeaway from this, yes.
Yes. Okay, I have a follow-up question then.
Oh yeah.
If your style was a song, what song would it be?
Ooh,
I don't know.
that's
I
a
like.
good one.
Yeah.
I think you guys know the song "Everywhere" by Fleetwood Mac. No? Well, I feel like he knows it. That I feel like that song because it's like it starts out like all, and then it goes into more like a relaxed song,
Okay.
and it's I don't know really, but I think
Should I
that's
play it?
one of the songs.
So what we'll do for our viewers and listeners on this one, what we'll do is we'll cut it right here.
Can you hear me calling out your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. I'll speak a little louder, I'll even shout. You know that I'm proud and I can't get the words out. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere. Something's happening to me. My friends say I'm acting peculiarly. Come along, baby, we better make a start. You better make it soon before you break my heart. I wanna be with you everywhere. I wanna be with you everywhere.
Say Maisie, and we're back.
And we're back
There we
to the podcast.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
Okay,
that's the song.
Good. Okay, no, I love that song. That was great. Oh my god.
Uh, then so you spoke a little bit earlier about and I was gonna say about this, that when you're out in the ocean, you can just let go, and you just think, you can think about nothing at all, and you just relax. And this is not my question, just something I just wanted to mention, that except I kind of feel, except if you're ever surfing Chicama in Peru, because that wave is so long, you can't help but think of other stuff, because then you start to wonder, did I leave the stove on? Is my passport in the garage? Why did I do this? Because the wave is just going.
Yeah.
It just keeps going. So at the one point, after a while, you're like, hey, I've done everything I know how to do on this wave, so where's my passport? Huh, I wasn't for dinner tonight. You just keep
Oh my
going. So,
gosh.
yep, sorry.
Like
Just want to put
legs.
that in there.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, and finally, when we hit up Morocco, then we got to do that in Soane. So that's
I went to
that's the-
Pavones and my legs were burning after
Yeah.
every single wave.
Really?
It was like
Yep.
Maizy, look, the waves out here, like we're lucky if we get a 5-6 second ride sometimes.
Mhm.
And so going out there
Yep.
and being on a wave sometimes for like a minute, like my mind was blown. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy.
That's fantastic.
I'm glad you brought that up. I have a quick follow up too, Kwame,
Go ahead.
about the like not really having to think about things or stuff like that. I love that, and I feel like that's how most of us try to surf. Like we're trying to escape reality to go into like a different side of reality. But I feel like me personally, sometimes I have those moments in the water, whether I'm competing or just like taking myself too serious, where I like am not able to have as much fun, or I'm like having anxiety getting into my head and ruining my own session. So like, do you ever have those moments? And if you do, like, how do you get yourself out of it? What do you do? For the viewers.
I think I have those moments a lot, and I think this past few years I struggled with people getting in my head and listening to what other people thought of me about how I surfed, and I would focus on falling on this wave, like, oh, people are going to judge me because I didn't go on that wave or I fell. So most of my surf sessions I didn't really have fun. Like, sure, I was with my friends, but they were catching all these waves and they were like, why didn't you go on that? And then it was just not great. And I just didn't find it fun. It was really hard for me to stay in competition mode because I was like, I gotta surf my best. Like, I felt like I had so much pressure when really, like, you really don't. Nobody is gonna judge you on how you perform. Nobody is gonna make fun of you. Like, everybody loses. There's always a loser and there's always a winner, and you can't just like think, oh, because I lost this heat, I am the worst surfer in the world. You gotta think like, I gotta learn from that. I did something wrong, but I'm not gonna make that ruin my whole day. Like, that's just not great. And I think I struggle with just like, I'm an overthinker. I overthink literally everything I do. Like, even right now, I'm thinking about what am I gonna say. But like, I overthink a lot of technical work in surfing, and like, oh, I gotta do a turn here, or oh, I gotta do a turn here, and all this. And it's like, you just shouldn't be thinking this much about surfing.
Yeah.
Like, in a negative way. You should, like, thinking about surfing is great, but like in a negative way, thinking about every little thing you're doing wrong. Well, think about every little thing you're doing right. You're paddling out there, you're catching the wave, you're doing a turn, you're popping up, all this. Like, you're doing things right too. It's just those little spots you need to work on. And I think it took me a lot of time to figure that out. It actually took me a whole year, a whole season of going through that negative space. And I am so glad I got out of it.
Yeah.
But my mom's just like, you shouldn't listen to what people are going to say, because at the end of the day, they don't really care. Like, they're not going to remember that, because that contest was like 3 years ago. No one's going to remember that heat. They're going to look at like, whoa, look at how far they've come from not being able to pop up to say, for example, somebody doing an air, like they've gone a long way, and they're gonna like bring you down sometimes, but honestly, you just gotta not worry about that and just do your own thing and don't listen to people. Like, to negative people. Don't listen to negative people. Like, listen to your parents and whatever, but like don't listen to all those negative thoughts and all the snarky comments that people make, because it's not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some great words of wisdom, and that's a soundbite if I ever heard one. We're going to use that.
Okay.
But no, that was amazing. Like I said, definitely deep words of wisdom, and also, who's talking bad about you? So you let us know who's talking bad
Right
about your
now.
servant right now. We, like I said,
No,
We're
we
on the
roll
flight.
deep.
Hello.
So
I
hey,
will not name any names. I'm not that type of person.
You don't gotta say nothing, Maizy. Look, just write it.
I'm not gonna do that.
Farley's not in trouble.
It's in the past.
Is there any wave that's specific, or any wave or session that sticks out in your mind the most, where you're like, oh my God, this was just life changing for me, or this is like one of the most amazing sessions, most amazing waves ever?
Well, it was actually during a heat, I think. It was at 9th Street, Huntington Beach, so not a great spot. But there was my final, my U16 or U14 final for NSSA, and in the previous heat, the boys paddled out the back and they were catching like the bombs in the sets, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of sick. Like, I'm gonna go out there. And as soon as I start paddling out, all the other girls, they're kind of sitting inside and catching the inside waves. There's no waves on the outside. I only have like a 3.3, and I am sitting in 4th place. I need a really big score. And in the next 7 minutes, like in the next 7 minutes, I catch this right and do this big snap, and then I think I did another one, I don't remember. And soon enough, it was like a 7-8-3. I move up into the lead. Everybody else is scrambling. There's 3 minutes on the clock. I then like find my rhythm and I catch those waves. I end up winning the contest. So I think my mom was freaking out during that time too. She was freaking out. She's like, why hasn't she caught in a wave? Like, what is going on? And I go up the beach and my mom's just so happy and I'm all happy. Almost all my friends were there, and it was just such a great moment because it was kind of a nail biter. Like, there was a chance I could lose and there was a chance I could win, and I think that was such a big moment. And I think for some reason Huntington Beach is just such a fun spot for contests, at least for me. Like, I have fun and I end up doing really well in Huntington Beach. I have no clue why. But I hear from my friends like, oh, I hate Huntington Beach. Like, it's always so big and it's always so annoying. And I'm like, really? I find Huntington Beach kind of fun. But it could be just because I do well. But no, Huntington Beach is actually a really fun wave. I'm not going to jinx it, but it's a pretty fun wave.
Man, our experiences are not that similar. Every time I go there, it's for a great day in the Stoke, and there's always swell, and I'm with a longboard, and I'm just like,
it's always big for
about
great
to
day in the
die.
Stoke.
Every year, I'm just like, please.
Longboarders, I feel so bad because like the current is so big, the waves are big. You don't want to get into the pier because you don't want to die.
No.
So it's like
No.
it's not fun. Like, it's hard.
Yeah. But I love it for you shortboarders. Like, watching this year was so impressive.
Yeah, the waves were actually good. I think it got progressively bigger and windier during your heat.
Yeah, man.
It did. So, little background story for the listeners, the viewers, and even for you, Maizy, because I don't think you knew this. So, there's a story up on Farmy. Okay, so Farmy has her heat comes up. It's the final. She has her board. She gets pulled down to the pier. She comes in. I tell Ronald, go get and run up with her, so she's not running back up by herself. So he runs down, and I hear Farmy saying on the way back up, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. That's just literally as she's running, she's just saying this like a mantra. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
No, hold on. Because first of all, I was paddling for my life forever. Turn around, turn around, turn around. I come out, I'm like, I can't beat the current. And everybody's like, run! You need to run! And I'm running. I'm like, I got asthma. I'm about to pass out. Y'all telling me to run, and then you expect me to paddle out there. I was literally about to die. Yeah, I was letting y'all
Oh
know.
my gosh. Aren't you the same person who wants to surf big waves, though?
Oh.
You're the same one who wants to
Oh.
surf Nazarene and
And I'm gonna do the same thing on the jet ski. I'm about to die. I'm about to die.
I'm about to die. I'm about to die. Okay. Okay.
I'm still going.
Oh my gosh.
Farmy, actually, let me ask you the same question. What's one of your most memorable sessions or memorable waves? And what made it so
Ooh.
memorable?
I feel like traveling really changed surfing for me. I actually wanted to ask you like any dream places you want to travel to or anything. But like when I went to Madeira with Finister, it's the first photo on my Instagram. It just is like it was just crazy. It was the biggest wave I've ever caught. It's like double overhead. I was out there, they're all like ripping on short boards, thrusters, quads. I'm on a single fin, freaking 7-1. I'm just like, yo, I was not doing okay the entire session. To the point where they're like, okay, come, let's do this, let's do this. They're telling me to paddle. And in my head, I'm like, I don't want to go for the small one because then there's going to be a big one behind it. So let me just paddle for the big one. And I end up paddling into that like beast. And I'm just like, oh my God, this wave is huge. Am I going to make it? And I remember being like, should I just take it all the way in? And then I was like, no, I'm out here to work. I got to get that money. But anyway, the photos came out and it was like, I was like, oh my God, is that me? Like I had to zoom in to see myself. I was like, yeah.
That is so cool.
So that's
That
definitely
is
one of the best.
amazing.
That or like Bali, because Bali is like I had my link out there too, and it's like the waves are so long. I was like linking 3 turns on a wave, shortboarding, longboarding, and we were like collecting with the locals. They were so cool. So I had to be
Wow.
that.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Yeah. Maizy, let's go on a trip together.
Yes, I agree. I am agreeing to all these things. New York, Bali. Yeah,
Where
I
should we
would
go?
100%. Ooh.
What
We
would
should
you?
go
What
to-
would be your dream trip, Maisie?
Yeah.
I would have to say I would want to go to Fiji.
Done.
Ooh. Oh,
Sorry,
Maizy.
sorry,
Oh.
sorry. That was my favorite wave ever in Fiji.
Fiji, I want to surf cloud break so bad.
Yup.
Like that left, I think. Yeah,
It's a
left,
left.
just
Mhm.
rolling.
I can't wait to surf together, Maizy.
Yes. Or I would go to Indonesia.
Oh, girl, you
It's-
would
yeah.
love Indo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would want to go to Indo.
Okay, fine. Those are good.
Those are like the 2 places I would want to go.
Well, I'll tell you what, Farmy, you make Indo happen, I'll make Fiji happen.
Sounds good to me.
Let's go.
No,
So excited.
Fiji is my destination spot, and I went last year for the first time, and ever since I came back, I'm like, all right, any money that's being saved is for me to head back to Fiji.
That is
I
fantastic.
loved it. I loved Namuto lefts, swimming pools, cloud break, restaurants. It was like
Restaurants.
even the waves. They were like, oh, it's not that great today. I was like, what do you mean it's not that great? It is 2 to 3 feet, and I can stay on this wave for over 2 minutes, over 3 minutes, just going. And when it got bigger, you can actually do a full cutback into a snap, and then another cutback, and then another cutback. I was like, oh,
And another one.
come on.
Wow.
And the people were just so nice. Like I remember this one kid in particular. He paddled out at swimming pools, and he just paddles past everybody and just like gives everybody a little wave as he paddles past them. And he must have been like maybe 6 or 7 years old, and it was like 5 to 7 feet that day. He does a no paddle takeoff on a short board into like just over the reef, and then just goes flying. Comes back just grinning from ear to ear, and he's like waving at people, saying, "Let's go, let's go, let's go." It
That
was
is
just so much
great.
fun.
Aw.
It was so much fun.
Oh, he sounds adorable. Those are my favorite kind of people in the water. I'm like
Yeah.
a Grom. The Grom is just going. I'm like, you know what, Grom? You take
So
everything.
go ahead, dude. Do your thing.
Right.
Do your
Like,
thing.
they're having fun. They're smiling. Yeah.
Let's see.
What's your favorite post snack? Pre and post surf snack.
I think, oof, I'm so big on food, I can't pick. But I think my cousin and I would always end the surf session with going to Pedro's Fish Tacos in California.
Mm.
The one in Oceanside, because the one in San Clemente is actually like okay, which is the original spot. Like that's like where it originated, and then the one in Oceanside is really good. So me and my cousin would get fish tacos and like a Cali burrito to end the day, and then we would go play disc golf. Like
Okay.
he loves disc golf, so me and I would go play disc golf with my family and then eat burritos and tacos all day.
Wow. That sounds like a good day.
Yeah.
I know,
Every
right?
time he comes down for the week, it's like literal heaven. It's so nice because we just surf all day and we train. Obviously, we train. I swear. But we surf all day and we just have fun. We sing in the car and then we go get tacos and then we either go to the pool, the community pool, and then yeah, it's really fun when he comes over. So definitely burritos and tacos is my go-to.
Okay. Okay,
Nice.
I got some rapid fire random questions. Ready?
Oh, okay.
Two piece or one suit?
Two piece or one suit? Wait, what?
Like a swimsuit? Like, do you prefer like a two piece or a one piece? I said a
Two
one
piece.
suit.
You said a one suit.
Yeah, you said a
What
one
is
suit.
a
I was
one
like,
suit?
I don't know. You tell me. Like,
We haven't had good waves in a while. Give her. I'm going to cut her some
Okay.
slack on this one. We haven't
Okay,
we haven't
okay,
had
okay.
constant surf in a while.
all right. Yeah, no, two piece.
Okay, Point Break or Beach Break?
I think.
Or reef break.
Oh,
Or Reef Break?
I don't know reef break very well, but I'm gonna have to go beach break because I know it the best.
Okay. Hair in a bun or hair out while you're surfing?
Ooh. I think.
Or braids?
Braids is hard because I always have to have a hair tie on me
Yeah.
to put up my hair, so that's kind of hard. But when I have my natural hair like this, I like to have it out, and then when I have my braids, I always just put it in braids. So I prefer having my natural hair out in the water, but I like how my braids look. the whole thing.
Okay. Tinted or clear sunscreen? This is my last one.
Clear.
Okay, period.
100%
Because they make
clear.
us look ashy, right?
Yeah, I
Let 'em
don't like
know.
them. I don't like them. But clear sunscreen, you gotta like find specific ones because like Shiseido has good sunscreen,
Okay.
and then some of like the other brands, like the most famous brands, they make my skin look ashy. So I'm like, no, I don't want to look. I don't want to look like that. But yeah,
Okay, that was good.
It is the funniest thing because again, like when you're teaching surfing, I mean we throw on like the heavy zinc because I'm out there sometimes from like if it's the summer I can be out there from like 7 in the morning until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
yeah.
So I just like slap the stuff on. Afterwards, leave the beach, walk into a store. Now if it's a store in Rockaway, they know they're accustomed to it. But anywhere else outside, you get those looks.
Oh,
Farmer, you know the look I'm talking about because they're like, "What the hell?"
All the time.
And we forget that we have this stuff on. So then you turn into the New Yorker. What's your problem? Why are you looking at me like that? What's wrong with you? What's going on? What's going on? What?
And on my face?
You got what? I got something on my face? Yes, you do. Oh yeah, that's right, I do. Okay, oops, sorry.
See, that's why you gotta walk around with Vaseline or Aquaphor. It'll get it off.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I
True.
learned my lesson. I got the wipes. And I just like wipe it off my face.
There
because
you go.
I learned that lesson. Actually, you and Autumn taught me that.
I'm so sorry. Did we?
Yeah, because Autumn told me one time, she's like, Kwame, you can't walk around with that stuff on your face. You got to take it off. It'll be bad for your pores. Like,
Oh, that is bad for your pores.
there
Yeah.
you go. So I was taught. I learned my lesson.
Period.
I learned. Okay. Any songs or any song that you listen to hype yourself up before a competition?
Go. I have like so much variety of music, but I think I would listen to either some Kendrick to hype me up,
Mhm.
definitely. I don't know a specific song though. I kind of listen to a lot of artists and a lot of genres, so I don't. I don't really I don't really know.
That was a real Cali answer.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I can't like I don't know. I
Okay.
seriously don't know that one very well.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever the vibe is calling for.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like I could be into like slow songs, or I could be into like who knows, like 80s music out of nowhere.
Go on.
Like it's just a variety and a lot.
Do you have like a pre-surf or a pre-competition routine? You know, some people will like do the music, some people will stretch, some people will like isolate or talk to people, talk to their coaches. What do you do?
I think I obviously listen to some music in the car, but when I'm like out, like when I'm just about to paddle out, I would listen to my coaches, then kind of stretch and kind of like do some punches with my mom, and not actually punch my mom, just
Yeah.
like she'd hold up her hands. Just got to clarify that I don't hit my mom, but
We didn't think you did.
Not for a second did we think we did. However, listeners, we're putting it on. We're saying
So
it.
you know.
Maizy does not hit her mom.
I do not hit my mom.
Okay,
No,
I
like-
said
But
it.
yeah.
Maizy said it for me. Say it one more time with us.
Daisy does not hit
Not
her mom.
hit her mom.
Okay, all right, so we're good.
Yep, we're good. But no. But yeah, I just kind of stretch. I kind of like just not be so tense and not to feel like my whole life depends on this heat. Just kind of go in with, I want to surf my absolute best, and I don't really care what place I get. It's just how I surf. Because recently at my USA Prime contest, I didn't make the heat, but I surfed a good heat and I had fun. And I caught waves and I did turns and everything. I just didn't get the scores I needed, and that's okay. It's my first year in the big leagues of USA Prime, and it's a step above WSA and NSSA. So obviously the scoring's harder, so I wasn't expecting anything to be like crazy. I was just like, I'll surf out there and have fun and catch my waves and just be in rhythm with the ocean and not try to stress about, oh, I need like a 9 to make this heat. I'm going to go super gnarly and end up falling. And then you're in your head and it just doesn't turn out well. And in the past, I would think that. But now that I've learned from my mistakes, I now understand like it's all about just having fun. It's all about just being connected with the ocean. And that's actually what my sponsor says, Salt Life. Love them to death. My sponsor, Tony Perez, is always like, yeah, we don't want you to be so focused and so like tense about competing. We just want you to have fun. And I think he saw like me always stressing on the heats, and he was at Great Day in the Stoke actually. And he was like, yeah, like just go have fun. Don't think about it too much. And I honestly took a lot of his wisdom, and I kind of learned like it's not always about winning every single heat and doing these gnarly airs and all this. It's about just having fun and trying your best and just see what happens next. So I think those are some big moments and stuff.
Yeah, one of our past guests, Chris Dennis. I forget which episode it was, but he was a WSL surfer. He's still ranked actually. The first one from the Caribbean, Trinidad, and he said something similar. He's like, when you're out there surfing for a competition, if you start thinking about it, like, oh, I need this, I need that, he goes, that's when you will fail.
Yeah.
The second you tense up, and I actually took this from him and I applied to some of my students, like the second you tense up, it's when you're going to fail or you're going to fall. So just keep everything flowing, just keep everything moving. And remember, you're supposed to be doing this for fun.
Yeah.
And the second you forget that this is supposed to be fun, that's when you need to step out of the ocean for a bit and really take like stock and like, okay, do I really want to do this? Because this is no longer fun to me.
Yeah.
So, and Chris said he saw a lot of his colleagues and guys that he knew on the tour actually have to take a step back because they just start putting so much pressure on themselves to get to this point, and then when all of a sudden it was gone, they're like, well, I don't know what to do now. So they just stopped having fun with it. But no, this is great that you're learning that, you're keeping that with you as in the beginning of your career.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your goals? I would say for the let's start off with 2026. What are your some small short term goals for the next 14 months?
I think some of my goals is still focusing on being aggressive in my surfing, but still keeping the true me and just leveling up a little bit. I think this year specifically, was focusing on my skill of surfing and not really taking in focusing on the results and more really learning about myself and learning what can make me a better surfer, and kind of like a building block year of just training all the time and getting as much practice at heats as I can. So I'm doing all these contests to try to just practice. And so almost every weekend, there's always a contest. So it just keeps me in rhythm and it keeps me going. And I think once I kind of learn to block out, it's not about the winning and it's not about all the scores. It's just about learning about who you are as a person and in this sport. And there's still more to come, but this year was specifically, and next year will be specifically for like surfing and trying my best out in the water, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
I love that. It's crazy hearing you talk. We have like very similar stories in some ways because like I had a coach that helped me with my surfing growing up, even with competitions. Like we would do trainings before. He would teach me like different methods and like techniques I could use. And I got to that point where I was just like my worst enemy in the water. And I was constantly critiquing my surfing and like looking too hard. And I got to a point where like my goal every year now is always to just be the best me I can be, because I
Yeah.
can't do any more than that for myself or anybody else.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to hear that like you're 14.
Yeah.
At the age of 14, you already know that. I'm 10 years older than you. I'm 24, and it took me a while to get here, girl. So you are like, you're doing it.
Thank you. But yeah.
I think we may have to rename this episode to "Be the Best Me I Can Be."
Oh,
Ooh, that's
Dude,
good.
I like that. I like that. So
You gotta
14,
write that down.
24, and I'm older. So yeah.
What'd you say? What was that?
what?
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap up now.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
Maizy, do you have any questions for Farmy, myself, anything at all? Anything and everything is on the table. Feel free. It's part of the contract. Farmy has to answer.
I'm here.
I don't know. Like, it's kind of random. Let me ask you. Like, Farmy, let me ask you a question. One piece or a two piece?
Oh, you're so funny. One piece all the time, girl. So I don't gotta
One
ever
piece.
think about nothing.
True.
When I'm on a one piece, it's like having a leash on. I'm like, it doesn't matter. I could lose the board.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
That was a great question, Maisie.
And then point break, beach break, or reef break.
Ooh, the order is point break, reef break, beach break.
Okay.
But also depends on the conditions, because sometimes
Yeah.
beach break you get barrels.
Yeah.
No, a beach break barrel and a point break barrel is not the same.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think that's it. I can't remember half the questions you told me.
You're so.
I would say
Ooh.
beach break, reef first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Reef?
just reef first for a couple of reasons. One, because it's an easier paddle out because it's breaking in the exact same spot, and
Yeah,
there's
that's
always a
true.
channel. So
Yeah,
I can literally
there's
just
always-
jump
yeah.
with 2 strokes and I'm
That's
out
true.
there.
That's
Then
true.
point break, and as much as I love Rockaway, sometimes you're just tired of just getting slapped in the face every single time on that beach break.
Fighting for our lives.
That's
like,
true.
damn.
I think it honestly just depends on where you're at. Like
Mhm.
California, it's mostly beach breaks and maybe 1 or 2 point breaks and a reef breaks. But in New York and Rockaway, it's a little different, and that's it's just 2 different things.
Yeah,
Off
that's why I want to.
both coast.
Yeah.
Both coast.
Man, we need you to experience New York surf. Everybody that comes out here from Cali is always like, oh, somebody who said it to us? Somebody was like, oh, you guys are trauma bonded by our surfing. It was
Yes, we
so
are.
messed up.
Yes, we are. We have a very love-hate relationship with the ocean out here sometimes. Because I always tell people who come out and we talk to them about our surfing and they're like, yeah, Rockaway is really like New York. It is the epitome of New York. It is not. It can be so nice, so mellow, so calm. There are days I can paddle out, and it can be a big day. I can paddle out, and my hair is completely dry.
Dry.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
And then there are days you take off on a wave, and all you in the exact same spot, mind you, exact same beach. You take off and all you see is sand when you take off on that wave, and you're like, "What the hell?" And just go left, go, 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 go.
No, it's crazy. Once I got my concussion, I was like, oh, this is not a game. And then like the whole like corner of my head was scraped and people were like, oh, what happened? And I was like, oh, I hit the sandbar.
Oh.
Like straight into it.
Ooh. Yeah. They have those. They have a lot of those in California. I just avoid them.
There you go. Maisy's spitting gems. She's like, what
Oh,
are you
yeah.
doing for me? The sandbar's right in your face.
She's like, Nazare, sandbars. What's your problem?
Oh my god.
Anyway, okay, so I think if that's it, then we're gonna wrap this up, and that wraps up today's episode. Our listeners and our viewers, as you heard and hopefully saw, Maisie did not come to play. So huge shout out to Maisie Gordon, bringing the honesty, the energy, the vision of what the future surfing can and will be. And Maisie, you're the future of it. So I feel comfortable now. I can retire to Fiji. I'm good. It's in your hands now. I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
You got this. You got this. So this is where the next generation is taking the culture. From what I know, we're in good hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
So if this episode got you fired up, make sure you subscribe, drop a review, share it with your friends, do your part, leave a heart, whatever it is. Let's keep this momentum moving and uplifting the surfers and the people who are shaping the lineup in real time. Maisie, how can people follow you? How can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, and I think you can find me on TikTok. I
Okay.
think those are the two ones that you can find.
And
me.
is there anyone, your sponsors, coaches that you want to give a last minute shout out to?
Yes, I would like to shout out to Tony Perez from Salt Life. He was the first one to really believe in me.
Pew, pew,
and-
pew.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's such a great guy, and I'm so glad he picked me to be part of the Salt Life family. And he's definitely the best in my opinion. And just to some of my coaches, John Daniels, Lucas Taub, and yeah, I think those are, and Makani, what's his name? Makani Walker. I kind of forgot his name, my cousin. And I can't wait to get more tacos with you, Makani.
Oh.
And I think that's everyone.
Do you have a shaper?
Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. Jason Bennett from Chemistry Surfboards. He shapes my boards, and he's an absolute legend. Along with Willie, I don't know his last name, but
what's your board setup? What's your dims?
All right, I have a 5.6, and I think it's a 21.1 liters.
Wow.
I think I don't know the liters very well, but I know it's a 5.6. And then I have a Groveler, and they're both swallowtails, and the thickness is mild. It's not super thick. I don't really know the exact measurements.
Nice.
I ride either FCSs or Futures, and then I have Via track pads from John Florence.
Okay.
And then I have like just a regular like FCS leash. I think that's my whole like board setup.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that's it.
Okay, that was it. I'm done.
But yeah, Jason Bennett is such a great guy. He's known my surfing since middle school. So once I first started like competing in surfing, so he knows my surfing so well, and he knows exactly what to do to my boards. So he's a great guy from Oceanside. So yeah.
Excellent.
Nice.
And Farming, where can people find you?
Hey guys, I'm Farmy. Follow me on Instagram at Farmy underscore. Follow my YouTube, guys. I'm trying to launch my YouTube career so I can quit my job. So
Yeah, Farmy!
period. Let's go. Like, subscribe to all the pages. My page, Maisy's page, Kwame's page. We surf, all right, and support the community. Let's cycle our money in between us. Let's
Oh,
support.
yeah.
Hey.
That's
That's
right.
it.
That's right. And as you all, and of course, we Surf Media. We are doing as much as we can in the community. Farmy is one of our sponsored athletes, and just always in the vibe, just always traveling and doing our thing with her. So follow We Surf Media at We Surf Media on Instagram, YouTube. Everyone's all connected and linked. And follow us for more stories, more waves, and more voices that matter. So until next time, stay salty, stay stoked, and we will catch you in the lineup. Just don't drop in. You.
Yes. Yeah, don't drop in.
Don't drop it.
I like that. That's good. That's really good.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.